The other part of the look, I was affected by TV after the elections. When I saw people saying, I never thought I would see the day that a black person would be elected president. And a lot of people had tears streaming down their cheeks when they said it. And so I am consider myself fortunate to have a front row seat on what is going to be an historic moment for the country. President-elect Obama's election does speak volumes about how far this country has come when it comes to racial relations. But there's still work to do. There's always going to be work to do to deal with people's hearts. So I'm looking forward to it. Really am. I think it's going to be an amazing amazing moment. Michael Allen, yeah, Michael Allen.
Mr. President,
would be you.
Mr. President, often presidents leave here. They say they're going to decompress, and then pretty soon they're right back in their office. I wonder how quickly you think you're going to be back at it, whether it's writing your book, whether it's speaking, whether it's traveling overseas.
You know, Mike, I don't know. Probably the next day. I'm a Type A personality. You know, I just can't envision myself, you know, the big straw hat and Hawaiian shirt sitting on some beach. Particularly since I quit drinking. Anyway, so I predict to you that, first of all, I'm not sure what to expect. For the last 8 years, you know, I have had a national security briefing every day but Sunday. And when you get a national security briefing, it is a reminder of the responsibilities of the job. It's just a daily reminder about, you know, what may or may not happen. The interesting thing about this job, by the way, is it's one thing to deal with the expected, you know, what you anticipate. The real challenge is to be in a position to deal with the unexpected, and that's why those intel briefings are so important, because there's an awareness in the briefings by the analyst to try to help anticipate problems, and of course you hope they don't arise, but you better be prepared when they do. And that in itself creates you know, gets your attention when you start thinking about what could happen. And the key there, of course, is that to take these, you know, these different analyses seriously, and then have a structure so that your team will be in a position to analyze and then lay out potential avenues for the president, from which the president can choose. I say all that because this has been this notion about being briefed and thinking about this issue or that issue has been just, you know, part of my life for 8 years. People say, well, there you are in Crawford on vacation. You never escape the presidency. It travels with you everywhere you go. And there's not a moment where you don't think about being president, unless you're riding mountain bikes as hard as you possibly can, trying to forget for the moment. And so I wake up in Crawford Wednesday morning, and I suspect I'll make Laura coffee and, you know, go get it for her. And it's going to be a different feeling, and I'll report back after I feel it. Last question, Ann, since you've been there from day one.
Oh, thank you, and I wanted to ask you about day one. You arrived here wanting to be a uniter, not a divider. Do you think Barack Obama can be a uniter, not a divider, or is, with the challenges for any president and the unpopular decisions, is it impossible for any president to be a uniter, not a divider?
I hope the tone is different for him than it has been for me. I am disappointed by the tone in Washington, D.C. I try to do my part by not engaging in the name-calling and by the way, needless name-calling. I've